Of all the things, the last person that Sagan ever suspected was Satoshi Otomi, the identity of the gentleman ghost. But how? Sagan said. I killed you. I watched you die. Yes, Sagan. That's really what you're worried about right now? The fact that you didn't get the job done? I'm kind of hurt by that. But no matter. I forgive you. Despite the fact that you betrayed me, used me, stabbed me in the back, stole my family, my life. At first I was bitter. I thought that it was going to be the end, and I accepted that. But then, you could say that fate intervened. My soul was given purpose. I was able to transcend life and death. Until now, I have become immortalized. Here in Magano, I have been privy to many truths. And among them all, I have learned how to save mankind. You're still going on about that crap. You would think after death you'd have learned your lesson. But it's obvious that you're still a fool. You call me a fool, and yet I'm still alive. I no longer fear death like you and the Guardians do. Sagan, Rokuro would ask, who is this guy? He's my brother-in-law. Your brother-in-law? But why is he working with Yuto? For once, Sagan didn't have an answer. Satoshi was supposed to be dead. An exorcist that went rogue, delving into the dark arts, betrayal, things of that nature. Back in Sagan's younger years, when he worked in the espionage corps of the Exorcist Union, he had been given the task of uncovering what Satoshi had been up to. Of course, in these type of missions, they're never easy. You befriend your target. You get close to them. Like that of a brother. They had gone to Magano together. They had fought side by side against the Kagare. Believing that you had found a friend only to find out that one day that friend would betray you in the worst way possible. That's what Satoshi felt. And of course, it didn't help matters that the man that killed him went on to marry his sister, to become the son that his father never had. Of course, Sagan thought that he was doing his duty. He even tried to spare G-sama the truth about what had happened to his son, but he could only do that for so long. Tell me, Sagan, how often do they visit my grave? If at all. Do they ever think about me? They ever talk about me at the dinner table during Christmas, birthdays? Or am I just the black sheep that the family forgot? You only have yourself to blame, Satoshi. After all, you were the one participating in the corruption, and don't give me that! Don't you dare give me that, Sagan. Sure, I was steeped in the darkness, but tell me who put me there? Oh yes, Chief Arima, the Exorcist Union. They crave the knowledge and they crave the power, but they hate anyone who tries to hold it, anyone who tries to keep it for themselves. They're deemed as corrupted. I prefer enlightened. I have been shown the way. I know the truth of the world, and only I can save it. You cling on to the old ways. The power of the 12 guardians, it continues to dwindle. And yet you're too blind to see it. Your arrogance is proof of that. You've come here all alone. Tell me, do the other guardians even know that you're here right now? No. Because you took my spot. And I guess Chief Arima just liked you a little bit more. You can handle the darkness, can't you? You can do what needs to be done. Look to your master, Rokuro. You can only imagine how many bodies are on his hands. How much blood is in his ledger. Your master isn't a hero. Your master's a killer. I won't try and pretend, Rokuro, Sagan said. I'm not a saint. You don't even have to think of me as a hero or your master. I've done a lot of things that I'm not proud of. But I've done what's needed to be done as my duty as one of the 12 guardians. It doesn't matter what you say, Satoshi. If necessary, I will kill you again. 100 times, 1,000 times if necessary. No matter what you say, your sins cannot be forgiven. Your corruption, it must be exorcised. Now, White Armor-Starred Talisman, come forth at once. Sagan's body would transform as the blessing of the guardian Beiko would come upon him as he entered into his true form. Yuto stepping forward with a gleeful smile on his face. I think that's enough for the family reunion now, don't you, Mr. Ghost? Sagan, I'll be your opponent. It makes no difference to me. I don't plan on holding back. If you wish to be the first to die, step forward. To die? Oh no, I won't be doing any of that. But you will. Now, Meteor Warping Bullet, come forth at once! No way, Benio said. He can perform spells without the use of a talisman? Sagan Amawaka of the 12 Guardians. From today forth, I am officially declaring war on you and all of the Exorcist Union. And the war will start with your death. The launching of the meteor warping bullets would be fired towards Sagan. Both Benio and Rokuro would have to steer clear of the battlefield, keeping Mayura safe, all while Satoshi watched from a distance. This was the day that he had been waiting for. The day that his vengeance could be satiated. All those years of stewing in anger, resentment, and hate. All of it brought to the forefront. Watching as master and student would fight. Rokuro. Sagan, yeah. The power of the 12 Guardians. It puts him on a completely different level. Rokuro wanted to be jealous, but how could he? This was a power that many exorcists could never even dream of reaching. A chance to see one of the 12 Guardians in their true forms. But there was something that was unsettling, though. It was the fact that Yuto didn't seem the least bit concerned. He was holding his own. At least that's what they thought. The moment that an opening had been created, in one slash, Sagan's clawed, armored arm would strike down at Yuto. Blood went flying everywhere. Yuto's eyes widening with the realization that he had been hit. Even Satoshi was concerned. For Rokuro, he thought, was this the end? Had Yuto finally been beat? I can't believe it. Sagan, there's no way. There's no way. How? How in just 2 years? I've become so much stronger than you. Without warning, Sagan's right arm would be removed from his body. He fell from his transformed state back into his human form. A kick to the gut would send him flying, as Yuto would launch meteor-warping bullets to bury him in the ground. Sagan, no! Sagan! Sagan, you have really outdone yourself this time. Good job, Yuto. Good job. Who would have guessed? The great Sagan Amawaka of the 12 Guardians. Defeated by a child. Rokuro would race to his master's side, using his transformed arm, digging through the rubble to drag him out. Rokuro, take Myra, Benio. Get out of... No! I'm not leaving you! I'm not going to let you die! I wouldn't be so worried about him, Roku. He's dead weight. This is what you're capable of. If I can do this to one of the 12 Guardians, I know you can accomplish so much more. But you keep holding yourself back with all these weaklings and... Shut up! You don't! Rokuro would go flying towards Yuto in that moment, punching him directly in the face and knocking him back across Magano. You! It seems like I've struck a nerve. You know, you really are something else, Roku. We have to go through this song and dance every single time. First, there were the incident of the Hanatsuki dorms, then with Myra, then with all your other friends, now even your master. Say, Roku, you have a lot of friends, right? 'Cause if I've got to pop them off every single time just to get you to show a little bit of attention to me, I gotta say, this is gonna be quite the pain. Then again, I do have a lot of fun when it comes to practicing Kagari corruption. Perhaps if I go to the Seika dorms, maybe I could do something to your brother, right? I wonder what Ryugo would look like if... Shut up! Black Armor Talisman! Come forth at once! Oh wow! Roku, you're starting to get really strong. Don't you ever come near my family again! Yeah! Rokuro? Huh? The gentleman ghost would appear behind Benio, kicking her away as he grabbed hold of Myra. Let her go! I wouldn't try that if I were you. Your friend, he's gonna need someone to carry him home. Just as he finished his statement, Rokuro would be knocked back. Roku. This is the power of the twin star Exorcist. I gotta say, you have Hawkmen rolling in their graves. Your wings, though powerful, are entirely unrefined. I'm going to. My offer still stands. All you have to do is join me. Why? Why the hell would I ever join you? Because, silly. If you don't, what do you think's going to happen to everyone else? There's only one way to save the world. Kagare and humans. They simply have to become one. I'm talking about the merger. The merger between Earth and Magano. Two realms divided by the veil. But what if both could exist at the same time? You're insane, Benio would say. Brother, what you're saying, it would be the end of life as we know it, and you're so naive, Benio. Humans are weak, fragile, constantly being melded and shaped by the will of the universe. And what is Magano? Besides nothing more but the inverted cesspool of man. Magano only exists because humans exist, and vice versa. It's a vicious cycle that continues over and over again. But why not just end it? When both sides are merged together, then whatever comes out of that hellhole, that's what will be allowed to exist. The Kagare that hide away in Magano. The humans that are naive to what's going on in their own world. So you want to merge them both? That's right. A war that ends all wars. Everyone fighting for their lives. The humans, the Kagare. How do you think that'll turn out? It would be the end of humanity. But why is that the case? Satoshi said. Because there are only a select few exorcists who actually fight the fine fight. Most humans go on about their day with no knowledge of what truly exists beyond the veil. They get to live their life in blissful ignorance of the truth. Humanity should face the truth, that they indeed are not alone, that in this world, monsters, demons, gods, and everything alike exist. Why should a select few be forced to hold back the waters of the great dam that could soon flood the earth? No. Humanity has been hiding away for too long. It's now time to sink or swim. And you would destroy all of humanity just for that. It's not like all humans are going to die, Benio. Some will evolve. Some will grow. Some will thrive. In the end, a world of monsters and demons? Are they really so scary after all? The Kagare, they're merely the dark reflection of the soul. What an inner person truly is, that's what they are. You can never wipe out all the Kagare. It's a fool's dream. The only reality, all humans are all Kagare. One or the other. Which side will win out? We merely want to accelerate the pace and see the answer for ourselves. You have 24 hours. Then, I don't know. Perhaps I'll start with the school. I have a great candidate to lead the charge now, don't I? Myra! Yuto, please don't. I haven't done anything yet. But don't keep me waiting, Roku. You might have saved her once. But I'll make sure I corrupt her good this time. So well that your little power won't be able to do anything. With no choice, Rokuro Benio would retreat from Magano along with Sagan. Sagan was immediately taken to the hospital. Chi-sama, being briefed on everything, had to take a seat. No, not Satoshi. He's dead. I buried my son long ago. Rokuro, please tell me it's not true. It's him. Sagan confirmed it himself. It's your son. Damn. Ji-sama? Ji-sama would punch the hospital wall in anger. His old age only adding to his frustration. Perhaps if he were just 5 or 10 years younger, he could do something about it. But at his age, his days of fighting in Magano had long passed him by. I knew this was going to happen. Sagan, always trying to play the bad guy. Play the bad guy? What do you mean? There's no point in hiding it from you now, son. You deserve the truth. Ji-sama would explain everything. From the moment that the twin stars had been unveiled, Sagan had been working overtime to keep Rokuro and Benio out of Magano. He didn't want you to be burdened with what was happening. The truth is, he's been following after Yuto for over 2 years now. The cases of the Kagari corruptions occurring in our area, he's been the one handling it. He chose to take on everything by himself. When you gave up being an exorcist, he thought it was for the best. It would keep you safe. But after you became identified as the next twin-star exorcist, well, he had to expedite the process. He was tracking down Yuto to stop him before you would get involved. He's never idolized the idea of children fighting in wars. But you could say the desperate times have called for desperate measures. Even worse, the fact that in this era younger and younger exorcists are expected to lay down their lives. There was a time when the youth were allowed to grow, to train, and to blossom in their strength. An exorcist is someone who is supposed to heal and purify. But you could say that in the last eras, we've become more warriors than anything else. But is that a bad thing? Who's to say? After all, we do fight a never-ending war against the Kagare. But the fact that with each generation the soldiers get younger and younger, and the body counts get higher and higher, eventually something has to give. How many more can be expected to die? When will the generation get it right to save them from themselves? Ji-sama would reach down for a briefcase as he handed it to Rokuro. Sagan wanted you to have this. And I should also make you aware, the 12 Guardians are now mobilizing. They'll be here in 72 hours. A kill squad is being sent for Satoshi and for Yuto. 72 hours. That wasn't going to be enough time. They only had 24. And there was no way they could speed up the process. This was already them working at their fastest. Back at home, Benio found herself sitting alone in her room. She felt helpless, weak. The reincarnate of one half of the twin stars, those blessed by the Hawk goddess. And yet, what had all that power given her? She'd spent her life training, honing her skills. Everywhere she went, people told her that she was the best, that no one could be better than her, and yet at every turn she failed. What am I supposed to do? I'm not as strong as a guardian. I can't fight Yuto. Mother, Father, please. I just need a help. Anything. What am I supposed to do? What? I don't know anymore. Hey, Benio. Benio could hear a voice from the other side of her door. Rokuro? I've made up my mind. Tomorrow, I'm going to Magano. I'm going to save Myra. I'm going to stop Yuto. What? You can't. The 12 Guardians are already going to. By the time they get here, it'll be too late. Sure, they might show up. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that together they'll be able to stop Yuto. But that'll be in 72 hours. What are we supposed to do for the other 48? Do we just hide away? Cower in fear? I'm done letting people die. I hate it. I hate being powerless. I hate not being able to do anything. You know, I never thought that I could be an exorcist. Not after what happened. I've lived with the regret of the Hanatsuki tragedy for so long. Every day I ask myself what I could have done differently. It's a pain that I have to live with for the rest of my life. But I can't live with anymore. I have the strength to fight, so that's what I'm going to do. I know I can beat him. I haven't come this far just to give up. I'm more than just the one half of the twin stars. There's more to the both of us, isn't there? Huh? Come on. What have we been training for our whole lives? What? Just to get married and have a baby? Come on. You really going to let a prophecy sell you short like that? You're one of the most skilled and talented exorcists I have ever seen. You can cast multiple spells in your sleep. No one has matched your training, your dedication. You wake up every day and you work harder and harder than anyone else. You practice your talisman skills till your arms get cramped, till your fingers can't even move straight. I watch you train yourself to the point of exhaustion. You're really just gonna let yourself be sold short like that? You are a gifted exorcist. Don't let your power rot. She opened the door to be face to face with Rokuro, dressed in black and red robes. But he was also holding something else. A specially made talisman. I can't do this without you. I'm scared. I don't know what's going to happen. But I know that no matter what, we can overcome anything if we fight together. Because we are exorcists. Benio, please, just one more time. I need you to fly with me. This concludes Twin Star Exorcist Reborn. What if Rokuro and Benio were Hawkman and Hawkgirl? Season 1, Part 10. As always, if you enjoyed today's video and everything else that we have to offer, then please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, and hit that bell for post notifications so you can stay up to date on everything that is PowerCore Productions and Podcastings that has to come out now and in the future. Stay tuned next time as we continue with Twin Star Exorcist Reborn. What if Rokuro and Benio were Hawkman and Hawkgirl? Season 1, Part 11. But anyway, that's going to do it for the end of today's video. I'm Javon Harrington with PowerCore Productions and Podcastings, signing off, and I'll see you next time.